Sure. All right. So this is not my normal type of training. I feel like I'm normally very like slide oriented. So the reason I do that is because I have, yes, Gemini is very jealous of ChatGPT. But the reason I normally do slides is because I have ADHD. So I'm gonna try and keep it as oriented as straight to the point as possible. Okay. But what I'm going to show you tonight is going to be good not only for mock bookings, but also for quotes. We're basically going to just load it into ChatGPT and I'm going to teach you guys how to build flyers. So I have four vendors pulled up, and I just want to say for now, before I even start, I'm gonna do this is a recording, right? And if you need the recording, it will be on my YouTube channel right there. Okay. So if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. I go live 2 times a week with my trainings. Next week, we're doing 10 easiest ways to get clients. And then I'm going to show you on Thursday how to build a digital command center for free. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, but that's where I'm going to post this recording as well. So you will find it on there probably by Monday if I have power. Okay. But long story short, let's continue, shall we? So I'm going to do like four mock bookings from four different vendors. I've got Vacation Express, I've got VAX up, I've got Virgin Voyages, and I also have Exotica. So I've got like two resorts for you guys, and then I've got a cruise, and I've got a tour. Sound good? Fair enough. Okay. And I'm going to be using ChatGPT to build the quotes. Now, you're probably wondering, what quotes are you talking about? Well, let me show you before I even start, because listen, this is what gets me major bookings. Like it's pretty life changing. Do you see how this looks? Oh, I have a lot of them. Whoa, look at them. Okay, cool. We're just switching it out. There's desire, there's temptations. I can't really zoom in. It won't let me. It just switches when I try to zoom in a little bit. But do you guys see it? Yes. Does everybody see these? This is what I make now. Like these are my mock bookings. And I have decided for the year of 2026, every quote I do will be a mock booking. Like I don't care if I'm quoting it. Like I try not to do flights too much so I can make it a mock booking. But everything that I do from here on out will be a mock booking because, honey, if you're not going to book it, somebody else will. So we're going to show it to everyone. Okay. So this is what it will look like. This is what we're going to build tonight. They are absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to tell you a secret. Okay. I told you I'm giving you the sauce tonight because I here do not gatekeep for nothing. Because if that means that I can help you feed your family by showing you how to make mock booking flyers on Chat GPT, then so be it. That's my calling. Okay. So what I'm going to show you is making this flyer, and then the secret to it is putting it in your story. I put these on my stories all day long. And what happens is people see them and they automatically inquire. So for example, the one that I had from the other night was for Labor Day, right? This one right here. Do you guys see this one for September 4th through the September 7th? Okay. Somebody saw this and then on my story, they sent me a message and they were like, hey, can you do the same thing, but for later in the week? So then I said, yeah, sure, I could do that for you. So then I did September 6th through 11th, and they're booking this. So, like, that's what happens. And that's why I decided to do everything as a mock booking, because even if that's not exactly the dates, when they see the pricing and they see the access, they're like, oh, yeah, no, that's something we want to do, right? This brings real bookings that are going on now. Yes, exactly. That's exactly it's the mock booking. For those who don't know, mock booking is like a booking that we could book, but we're not actually planning on booking it at the moment. So it kind of opens up a window for us. But I also use these for my quotes anytime because I got like, if you guys haven't seen my TikTok lately, it's pretty viral. Like every time I'm posting, it goes viral, which is a beautiful blessing, right? But it can be very overwhelming when it comes to inquiries. So I have to do a lot of, and I'm going to tell you it now because if this happens to you, I want you to know what to do. Okay. When you get the inquiries, because a lot of this will say comment book on it, like all of mine do, people will comment book. So I automatically have to qualify them. Just because they're commenting book does not mean they're actually going to book. We have to qualify. So when they comment book, I start asking them, where do you want to go? What's your ideal dates? What type of vibe are you looking for? And that has to do with my niche, okay? But then I take it from there. If I can bring them down and I like qualify them to a point where they can give me exact dates, that's when I do a quote, okay? I do the quotes the exact same way, just like this, and I send it to them just like that, and they book it. That's exactly everything that they need that you would put in a big fancy quote in a matter of a few seconds. Can we all agree? Yes. Hi everyone. Hi Jeanette. All right. So yes. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's get started with the first one. I don't want to waste too much of your time tonight. Does anybody have? You can't see it. Sadness. I wanted to make it bigger, but it doesn't let me go any bigger. Oh wait, can I select the area? No. I don't. Oh wait, can you see it like this? Is that better? Yeah. Okay. I think this is a little bit bigger for you guys to see. Yeah. But this is exactly how I do it. So we're gonna build them just like this. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you guys get the idea. Just like this. It's exactly like a mock booking, but in a flyer. All right. So let's go to the first one. Um, I'm going to do just typical bookings. Okay. I want you guys to do whatever fits for your niche. You don't have to follow along exactly what I'm doing, but they're so easy that you're going to see how quick this is. Okay. Watch. I know you're thinking 4 mock bookings and 1 training. Absolutely. With me, you can absolutely do 4 mock bookings and 1 training. All right. So, the first one that I want to do for tonight, there's some pretty good sales going on for Desire, which is a very popular resort in my niche. So for the first one that we're going to do is we're going to do Desire in the Riviera Maya. If you guys don't ever find something on VAX, use Vacation Express. 90% of the time, Vacation Express has pretty much every resort when it comes to Mexico, Caribbean, etc. So that's why I like them. And then also, they have a lot of good sales. Like right now, they have a huge sale going on for Jamaica. So if you guys book a lot of Jamaica, that's who I would use. Okay. But for this instance, we're just going to use mine. Okay. Now, a very popular time frame that's coming up, like let's just say, let's do the 4th of July. Let's see if I can get the 4th of July because it's on the weekend this year. So that's going to be very popular. For most adult resorts, most times no, you're fine, Holly. You're perfectly fine. A lot of them just do the weekend, so I'm just going to leave it like that. So I'm just going to make a quick mock booking. Okay. I know that they probably aren't going to book it. They might find something similar, but I need to give them an idea. That's exactly what a mock booking does. It gives them an idea of what you can do. And it's probably one of the quickest ways that you guys can get deals out that are exactly pertaining to your niche without just doing flyers, right? I feel like when we do flyers, and I'm talking like 20% off here, 30% off here, like we're trying to tell them that there's a sale, but it's not exactly doing what we want, right? So this is exactly what that's going to do. So now I'm going to go find the resort. It shall be Desire. There's two, Desire Pearl and then Desire Rivera Maya. And that is the one that I'm looking for. I'm not finding it. There's Pearl, then there's Rivera Maya. Okay. So I'm gonna do Rivera Maya. I just like that better than Pearl. And plus it's a more fancier of a resort. So that's kind of more fitting for my niche. So in here, you guys can do flights, but for mock bookings, I don't do any flights. If you want to add flights, that's fine. But adding flights are gonna put you into a box. Now, a lot of people too are going to tell you when they do mock bookings that they don't include the resort. That's perfectly fine. If you watch my training and you're one of those people that don't want to include the resort, tell ChatGPT to do it a different way. Okay. Tell them to not put the name of the resort to describe it. However, you want to do it, that's fine. I prefer to add my resorts into my mock bookings because I want them to actually visualize themselves in the setting and in the resort and what they're looking for in the perks. Okay. I don't care how you do it, whatever you want to do. Okay. Now, let me go in here. Okay. So we have, I'm just going to pick a room. My most popular rooms are normally my ocean view. I feel like the people book that the most because they like that. So I'm going to quote it for ocean view. Here, right? All inclusive. Perfect. Okay. Now, We're going to let it load. And that's all the first part of the work that we need to do. Now I'm going to blow your mind with ChatGPT as soon as it loads. But we know how VAX works, right? That's exactly how Vacation Express works. It's slow. Okay. Now, they have options. You can add vacation protection, you can add these tours, etc. if you wanted to, but I'm just doing a simple mock booking. I just need dates, I just need prices, etc. Okay. Now, another cool thing about Vacation Express is that you can add money into it if you want to. If they're not getting paid enough, that's fine, but they pay a pretty good penny. I just closed out a hedonism booking again. This is my second one that I've done in the last like week or so. Like normally it's not just hedonism. Normally it's like temptations and then a hedonism, but these were back to back. And I got 450 on one booking and then I got 534 on another. So like they pay pretty good in Vacation Express. Highly recommend them. Okay. You pick the garden view. Oh, the disrespect of myself. What is that? Gaden view? It's not even a garden, is it? All right, don't worry. But I will tell you about Vacation Express. When you go to fix things, they hate you. They like will just completely like not function. So now we have to wait for me to change it. But I have to change it because nobody's gonna book a garden view. That's gross. Well, I do garden views if the ocean views sold out, right? Okay, so boom. It's hard to see where it's at. There we go. My apologies. All right. So now, once it loads, the next part that we're going to do is screenshot it. That's all we have to do. You only have to screenshot. And if you need to, that's gross. uh, if you need to, you can do up to 10 screenshots for one booking that you can add into a request at a time. Now, I don't recommend doing up to 10 because that's a lot of information. But for Vacation Express, what I do is I'm going to screenshot it. Now, it might not show up on Zoom, but I go from this corner and I just get the part. I don't get my commission, but right above where it says total package price. Now you're going to notice that it also has private transfers in there because it's like VAX. You could do a whole package or you can remove the transfers, etc. if you want. Okay. So then I'm going to save it to my photos. Okay. Then I'm going to come over here. Now, technically, it already knows how to build it because I've talked to it before. But for your setting, we're going to build it from scratch. Okay. So new chat, we're just starting fresh. I'm going to automatically add the photo in. Look at my creepy daughter doing faces. I don't know if you see it or not, but she was making a face. And then I'm going to tell it to analyze this. Sorry if the typing's loud. And help me set up, let's just say for purposes of you trying this on your own, I want you to tell it to do a quote because a lot of our times our chat GPT does not understand the word mock booking. So I'm just going to tell it to set me up, help me set up for a quote. Now it's going to analyze the image. All right, let's break this down. There we go. It pulled the resort, it pulled the room, how many guests, the type of bedding, the ocean view, if it has a balcony, check-in dates, $50 per person, due date, final payment date. Did it grab the full price? No, it's set up in a mock booking. So this mock booking, it has it set up. I don't think it's going to have the total price. It may not, but you can do either or, okay? A lot of the times, like that $50 deposit due is normally like a seller. What? There's no prompt. There's no prompt at all, Holly. I literally just told it to analyze this photo, just take a screenshot. Like I mean, I could give you guys a prompt, but you don't even really need one. Analyze this photo and help me set up for a quote. That's all I said. I just had to ask it. No prompt. Okay. So then it's just going to build it out. All right. Pricing breakdown. It just literally takes everything from the photo. Perfect. Flights not included. Now here's how to set it up. Okay. So it's going to tell me how to format it. That's cool. But I'm going to say, okay, no, I want you to make the flyer. And then in your setting, you would tell it to make it however, I mean, you have to talk to this like it's your best friend. Give me a cool travel vibe. I'm going to tell it to not talk about flights. Do not discuss flights because I don't really care for the flight part. I don't care about booking flights. I just need the room for the money. So if you want to talk about flights, fine, but I don't care about them. But I don't care. All right. Do not discuss flights. And that's it. And then and I need to all I have one call to action. I don't know how many guys like if you guys do different call to action, that's fine. But I always do the same call to action instead of desire because I need to know what I'm doing every time I write it. Okay. So now I'm telling it to make the flyer, and now it will. I'm going to open the chat. Oh, thanks, Jeanette. Yeah, perfect. ChatGPT is very useful. Yes, it is very useful. All right, now it's going to build the flyer. You just have to give it a few seconds. You guys feel okay with what I've showed you so far? Yeah? All right. So yes, I love my Jarvis. Yes, yes. All right. So there it goes. It's almost done. When we're doing the next one, I'll build the next quote like when we're going, okay? So we don't have to wait. But I mean, honestly, it's almost done now. So it'd be kind of silly to pull it up. But I just want you to understand how easy it is to do that. Imagine if you just go in there and just take a couple of resorts, right? Anytime somebody comes to me for a quote, we always give them three resorts. So you could just hit the back button in here, change it, select something different, put it back out there, screenshot it, do it again. Now, I will tell you a couple of restrictions that come with inside of ChatGPT. Okay. I'm brand new, so I need to learn and practice. Tara, this is probably the best way for you to learn and practice as yours is paid, right? I see the image that the free one generates differently. Yeah, Joanne, listen though, that $20, I know it's $20, but that's probably the best $20 I've ever spent in my life. I use this like 5 times a day. Like, no, five is a nice way of putting it. Like, I use it like a bajillion times a day. Wait. Well, you're doing the quotes on the computer. So wherever you're doing the quotes, you could screenshot it the same. But yeah, no, definitely a difference in the pictures quality for sure, Joey, for sure. Yeah, it's very pretty, right? Okay, so what was the other? Somebody else said this. Yes, this is awesome. All right, perfect. Okay, do you guys like this? Ocean View Escape. Now, there's a few restrictions about ChatGPT, so let's talk about them, okay? First of all, there is a limit on how many images you can generate at a time. You can technically generate multiple images at a time, but if you do too many of these, it will stop you. It'll stop you for an hour at first, and then if you keep doing too many of them, it'll stop you for an entire day. How do I know that? Great question. Well, it kept messing up one of my flyers, and it really started making me mad. So I kept telling it to fix it. And it got to a point where it was like, I'm not fixing anything for you. You're going to wait till tomorrow. And I was like, all right, I'll chill. So if that happens, just throw it in Canva and put some words over it. Like if I had a problem here, I would just cover it like in Canva. Okay. What else? What are you guys writing? It's worth every penny. Ditto. Yes. And you can tell it I'm on my phone or I'm on my laptop, makes things easier. Yes. Um, so what kind of phone or what kind of Sonia, what kind of computer do you have? Because you know what I do is thank you, Amy. Thank you, Holly. So I'll tell you, go into Chat GPT and tell it how do I screenshot on my computer and let it tell you because I have a Mac, so I have to do like Shift Command 4 or something. That's all I don't know how to screenshot on a regular computer. But for a Mac, I just do the command and then I go in and just screenshot the quote. Okay. Now that's the first one. Very simple. Okay. I'm posting this one on my story. You best believe. All right. Now let's go in here and do a side of VAX real quick. I'm going to show you guys all kinds of, oh, ew. I just clicked on Apple Vacations. Oh, no. Why not using new? Go away. New reservation. Thank you. All right. Now let's wait for the grandma to make us a quote here. I'm still going to do hotel only. I just suggest for mock bookings to not add flights. Just say flights are available because it's going to put you in a deep box. There you go. Somebody said it. Thank you. So, snipping tool. Yeah, get the snipping tool app on your computer. That's what I used to use back in the day. All right, so let's do another place. Let's do the Dominican Republic. I'm just throwing random things out there. Okay, let's do Punta Cana. Um, and then when I do my mock bookings, I do a bunch of different months. Do not ever do the same months, okay? I'm going to tell you why, because you need to give them all different types of ideas. They know when they're going to book, but they need to see possibilities. So don't do the same time, okay? Another thing I'm going to tell you, pro tip for somebody who's been here for almost 4 years, only market like 3 or 4 months out, okay? Like, don't constantly make them for September, October, November. You need to fill up your paychecks now, okay? As somebody who's been here for, I don't know, like I've been almost 4 years, right? I just got paid 900 plus on the cruises that I booked. Now, mind you, they're leaving in a couple of weeks for those cruises, but I planned these trips way in advance, right? And I build them out. So like if I have January full, okay, now I need to market March, April, May. That's what I want you guys to do, okay? Don't market trips that are like super, super far. Yes, just upgraded. ChatGPT better run me my money. All right. So let's go ahead and just do, I already did July, so let's just do a week in May. I know it's very random, but they go whenever. There's really, you never really know when people are off work, right? All right, so here's another one. This is just VAX Funjet Hotel, Dominican Republic, May. There's a weekend in May for 2 adults. Perfect. Now, of course, if you have like a family all inclusive, then you could add in. I always do for families, 2 adults, 2 kids. If they have more, we can add them, but just start there, okay? Can't wait to do a margarita cruise flyer. Did a webinar and revamped Paradise. Oh, yeah. You guys, do you know that they do like fam trips for Margaritaville? It's $20 a month for ChatGPT. More than 21 days out does work better for flight cost. Definitely agree. Okay, so let's just do breathless. I'm just gonna search. Perfect. All right, so pretty simple how to do these, right? I like to compare like this to here because sometimes they have better deals here. Like I'm gonna explain something. You guys got to learn about your vendors. Please learn your vendors. Let me show you why. Do you see this 15% hotel commission? Okay, so we are getting more commission on this booking. It also has exclusive perks on it. And if I ever decide to do a group like booking, it has group ease bonus hotel. That means if I do a group booking for this setting, that I get a bonus on top of like the regular group. We get bonus payment. Okay. Like I don't know, it's a better discount, shall I say. And I say payment because whatever that discount is, I turn it into commission. Then lastly, instant price match, which means if somebody else finds a better price, I just submit it to VAX. It's up in the corner here. And you submit it to VAX and they will price match it. So this is a great one to use, right? And then this is a junior suite pool view king. Let's go find a better room. So boom. Now, another thing I want to tell you that I like about the Chat GPT while it's loading is that it doesn't ever, I tell it not to do the actual resort. So if you have that problem, like you're gonna have to talk to it a few times to get it to like make it perfect. Okay. We all know that. But this you can see in general, it's pretty easy. So this is fine. This is fine. I do have to get a couple of screenshots. So that's why I'm going to show you on here that you have to do a few screenshots. It's not as simple as that Vacation Express. So I'm going to screenshot this one first because I needed to put in there that there's shared transportation. Oh, crap. You know what? I snatched that. Hold on. I got to change the room. I don't like the room. Sorry. Okay. Room. All right. Pool view, tropical. Ew. Pool view. Nobody wants to look at the pool. There we go. It's a little bit more, but that's okay. Thank you. I book for people that have money, not for myself. So if you ever do a mock booking, go, that's too expensive. You're not marketing correctly. We want it to be expensive. They've got money. Let them spend their money, not yours. All right. So boom, there it is. It's exactly what I need. So I'm going to save that photo. That's the first photo. Okay. But on VAX, they don't do the deposit information and all that other fancy stuff until you get to the checkout page. So now I got to go check out. You guys are writing stuff. The group doesn't necessarily have to be people that know each other, I guess, that I'm asking. So for group E's, they technically don't have to know each other. So in that setting, it would work. But when we normally do group E's, they normally do. Like on a group cruise, you could do a promotional flyer for a group cruise like this. They don't have to know each other there either. Yep, no problem. Okay, so room selected, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. This is what I need at the bottom. So you guys, this is why I like mock bookings, like in this setting, because it's a $50 deposit per person. And then that's the total price for a weekend. Cool. So I'm going to screenshot this bottom part right here, and then I'm going to save it. All right. And then we're going to come over here, and then I'm going to tell it the same thing. I'm going to add the photos. Like I said, 10 photos is max. So just screenshot what you actually need. Okay. Okay. Now analyze this one and build. First, we have to build it. Build me a quote slash, you could say mock booking, but ChatGPT does not understand mock booking unless you explain it to them. Okay. So I'm just going to say, build me a quote and let it do whatever it needs to do. Mhm, mhm. Now, you see how it said deposit total and final payment? I'm going to tell it to break it down per person. I always do per person on mock bookings. The cheaper it looks, the better. Mhm, mhm, mhm. All right, perfect. So there's a lot of people writing. Ivy locks up. Yep, you can only do 10 at a time. What do you mean by not including the resort? Okay, so Akisha, a lot of people who do mock bookings, like other leaders in our organization that do mock bookings, some of them will like swear up and down on not sharing the resort name so that they will inquire better. And for a lot of your niches, that works really well. But for me, all I talk about is resorts. So I don't mind telling them the name because I know I have a good deal. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, they're going to book with me or they're not, right? But for some of you guys, you are price competing with other competitors, other vendors, etc. So a lot of them will just like, you know what? You know what? We gonna do one. We just gonna okay. So how could I do this without telling them? We just don't tell them. Telling them the resort name. I want to make it like an inquiry. Uh, I don't know. Mock booking idea. Let's see. Oh, that's a smart move. Man, ChatGPT be telling you what you want to hear. That's right, baby. Okay. Yeah. See, so instead of saying, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Instead of saying breathless Punta Cana, say adults only swim up suite in the Caribbean from, that's what it's, that's what you have to do. Okay. So let's just see if it, there we go. Let's make it into a flyer. Okay. But it's giving me options. So high converting teaser. Okay. Okay. Make me option one, please. Cause I'm nice. All right, now, no, stop, stop. You look, I'm going to yell at it. You make it. There it goes. All right, now, while it behaves, we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, so I'm inside Virgin Voyages. Let's go get us a little cruisy cruise. Come on. Virgin Voyages is their system is so scary sometimes, right? Oof. I only like them because they're adults only, but if it wasn't for that, they would get the boot. Ah, the internet. It's already shutting down. I've taken several. She said that some people say they give the resort, but she likes to so they can imagine. Yeah, that's it. I've taken, it's suggested that I add the following. Do you feel like we need to add this wording? Oh, please note prices are subject to change based on availability, license bonded. You can. Yeah, you can. But I put them only on my stories. So if it's only on my stories, then I'm going to tell you that the story only lasts 24 hours, which most mock bookings only last 24 hours. So I haven't had that problem. But if you're going to do a Facebook post with it, I would definitely put it in the caption or on the flyer. Yeah. Wow. Really? Thanks, Amy. I pulled that one out of the air. Cool. All right. There's a flyer. Ooh, that's a good look. This is good. Look, I'm gonna give this to you guys. You guys want it? I don't care. Copy image. You guys post this on there. Can I put it? Oh, admin restrictions. Man, it's because I'm on corporate Zoom. Okay, fine. If you want this, send me a DM and I'll give it to you because I don't have a way to give it to you. Corporate will not let me add photos. Fine. Okay. That's pretty cool though. Yeah. Just send me a message on Facebook. Yeah. Girl, you already know. You know where my DMs are, Miss Rhonda. You better be in my DMs. Let's go. All right. Oh my God. Maybe not Voyages. Bye. All right, fine. Well, we'll go to Exotica then. Bye. Knockout deal from Egypt. 9 days, flights included. Book now. There we go. That was pretty easy. What's that name of your page on Facebook? Oh, Travel Advisor Help. I worry about the price biting me, so the story is a saver for me for sure. Yeah, I love the stories. That's where I get a lot of my bookings from, as stories. So let's go explore the Exotica trips while this is acting up. Y'all want to do a different cruise line? Y'all want to do like cruising power? 'Cause I don't know what's going on with Virgin Voyages. It's not being user friendly, that's for sure. Oh, look, I'm already in cruising power. Boom. Disney, Rhonda. You know what? You're right, Rhonda. You like Disney. All right. I'm not gonna be able to do Disney because I don't remember my password. That's my problem. Carnival. Okay. Well, we're already in cruising power. Y'all a little late now. I'll get the idea. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's go over here. Let me give me a little cruising power. Start a reservation. Anybody got any dates? I don't try to. Princess is having sales. Oh goodness. All right. Let me just get some dates here. Departure, we choose Miami. Uh, what is this? February. Oh, girl, it's about to sell out. February. You guys, it's wave season. I don't think anything. Oh, they have very specific dates. Okay, Chelsea. We're gonna go with Chelsea. The 7th. Oh, girl, I can't do the 7th. Oh, let's do the 12th. All right, that's fine. Let's just go. Yeah. Oh my God. Anytime you move your button back on your Mac, it goes back a page. So in case you're working on something, it'll just close out in case you're wondering. All right, April 12th, cool. Thank you. Thank you. So appreciative for that. Mac. Spring break. Oh, is that what it is? Okay, let's go. Well, we got Sunday, Western Caribbean of Miami. That's like the most basic cruise they have. That's cool. All right, select. Doo, doo, doo. All right. Give me one of those fancy rooms. I'm just kidding. We're cheap. Cheap room. Ocean view balcony. Perfect. Now, this is all I need. I don't need anything else. We're good. We got enough information. Let's go screenshot. Do, 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 do. Price quotes where I'm at, in case you're wondering. Da, da, da. And then that's all I really need, right? I think so. Yeah. All right. Let's go over here. All right. Now this that it's not going to know that's for Royal Caribbean, so we're going to have to tell it. This is for Royal Caribbean. And I want you to analyze it and take the info to build, oops, to build a quote. Hopefully it doesn't kick me out. Now, I'm going to tell you when I have the problem where it like tells me I need to chill out, switch to a different chat. That's the first part, okay? Where's the thing? Uh-oh. First, switch to the a different chat if that's the problem. And then after that, you'll just have to chill a little bit. You can do this in Gemini, but honestly, Gemini is just not good enough. Like for this, like it's gonna spell things wrong, and you guys really have to analyze everything that you produce by ChatGPT because I made a flyer for my training, and somebody messaged me this morning and was like, "Yo, your flyer is spelled wrong." And I was like, girl, it's a flyer. I don't care. But when it comes to these, you don't want to spell things wrong, right? Okay, so let's not do that. But I just thought that was funny. Okay, so BOGO applied. Yeah, that's a great selling point. Client ready quote. Okay, now, since it knows what a mock booking is, I've already told it what a mock booking is, right? So, okay, now make me a mock booking flyer. And I'm going to say, I want you to make it, goofball. No, I'm just kidding. Always, it'll be like, okay. And then it just starts talking. I'm like, I don't want you to talk. I want you to make the flyer. All right. So it's loading. Let's go over here to Exotica. Let me get something going on here. Ooh, wow. Okay. These are really good deals. Yeah. Okay. So let's do this. We're going to take in mock bookings and like, I've been doing these quotes to this client. I just booked this week. Hey, you're welcome. Japan, yes. Oklahoma spring break. Oh, nice. All right, so watch. I'm gonna screenshot this whole thing, and then we're gonna make a mock booking of tours. How about that? Do, 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 do. Come in. Add the photos. Boom. Hurry up, Chat GPT. We're faster than you now. Let me close out this stuff so it'll go faster. There we go. Now, I will tell you some tips and tricks while it's loading. Okay. Um, when you guys are doing this, make sure, oh, it included the name on this one. But make sure that you have very important details. And let's talk about these details that it has to have in order for it to work, especially for a quote. Okay. It has to have the deposit. Make sure if there's a deposit, list it. If there's not a deposit, make sure it says full time is due at booking so they know that. Sometimes I like to show the full price, but anytime you guys list prices on a flyer, make sure it's always priced per person. I know that it might be based on a certain occupancy. Like if I do per person, underneath it I'll do based on double occupancy or based on whatever it is, so that they know. But the cheaper they see per person, the more they can visualize it. Like if I saw like 250 deposit per person, doesn't that sound a lot better than, oh, you have a $500 deposit due in 2 days, right? That's what we want to do. Then I also suggest making sure you guys don't copy any of this. Oh, it didn't do it. It didn't do the, oh no, it did. I would take out the ship name. If you guys don't want it to like be searchable, take out the ship name. They can't find it. Okay. But this is what it did. Royal Caribbean. And I like it because we're not copying the vendors. That's another thing that I have a struggle with is like when I started doing flyers, especially my carousels on TikTok, I got a lot of comments that were like, this isn't the resort. This isn't the resort. I don't want it to be the resort. And I will tell them it's because I don't want copyright. I know it's not the resort, right? So try not to do the resort. And if ChatGPT makes the resort too many times, then you need to tell it, don't make it look like the resort. Okay. And you can even like put yourself in here if you wanted to, put yourself right here so that nobody steals it. Because that's another thing that we need to talk about. Once you guys learn how to do this and you start producing these, you have a lot of friends around you that are also agents, right? So when you're producing these, you might want to put your logo here. Just put it into Canva, or sometimes if you're uploading it to like TikTok or uploading it to Facebook, you can add what they call an overlay. So add the overlay and just pick your logo and then slap it somewhere on there just to protect yourself, because these are a lot of work and you don't want people stealing your work, right? So do that. All right. Now let's do one more and then we're done. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's do a few tours. Ugh, that's ugly. Um, Come in. So pull this info and build me a quote options. What's up? Good idea. Jarvis puts my logo in the right. Oh, that's a good idea. Holly has her chat GPT put the logo in the right corner for me. So as long as it works, Holly, keep doing that. That's a great idea. But sometimes you guys, if you have a problem where it's like messing it up, that's because you're telling chat GPT to do too many things at one time. So if it becomes an issue, then do an overlay. But if you can get it to like automatically build in the prompt where it's used to doing it, absolutely. Good idea. All right. So option one, option two, option three. Okay. Now it's going to tell me how to do this, blah, blah, blah. We don't care. Okay. Now make it. And of course, when you're doing this on your own, please read before you make the flyer. Okay. Okay. Now make the flyer for me, please. Okay. So while it's creating, one more couple things I want to share with you while it's building. Another thing I'm going to tell you have to be careful about, guys. I'm going to say this just so I can feel better about using ChatGPT. Uh, um, it takes a lot of energy to build these. So please be very intentional about what you're doing. Like, that's why when I'm building it, I build it first before I actually produce it because I want to make sure it's right before I produce it. Okay. And I say that with love because I don't want you guys out here like building like a bajillion of them. Okay. Could you add your agency's name? You can. Absolutely. You absolutely can. You're right. So just something in there so that nobody wants to snatch your flyer, right? Because that's normally what can happen. So we just have to protect ourselves in a sense. But honestly, I haven't had that problem. You guys have seen my flyers like for the last couple of weeks and nobody's really stole them. So I think you're okay. But just for added protection. Mm. And then also another little tip and trick because it's almost done. I tell it to build the title and caption immediately. Like if I'm going to post this, as soon as you're done doing the flyer, tell it, make a title, caption, whatever you need. So that way you don't have to like wait and like try to think of like, you don't have to think of anything here. It should be very simple, right? Okay, here we go. Starting to make it. Well, while it's making it, do you guys feel good about this? Does this feel like something you can actually use? Because like that's what my intentions were. Oh my God, that is the most beautiful flyer I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Wow. Isn't that beautiful? All right. If you guys want these flyers, you guys can have them. I'm not going to use these flyers. Like, I'm going to use the top one because that fits my niche. But if it doesn't fit your niche, don't post it because it's not going to serve you any purpose. Like, use the ones that actually work for your niche. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm about to go do it now. Everybody's going to be making flyers tonight. What's my niche? My niche is adults only travel. And if you need help with the niche, I just did an amazing training on how to completely, like, I'm going to tell you real quick while we're here, okay? Because we're pretty much done at this point. But on my YouTube channel, like, this all kind of correlates together, okay? Like, everything that I'm teaching you is like, thanks. It was amazing training. I agree. So, everything that I'm teaching you guys is kind of correlating together. But let's see, the latest ones, where are they at? So, this one right here is my top creation secrets because I've been going viral a lot on TikTok. Like every post that I've done lately has been viral. So I teach you guys how to do that. Okay. But that's not going to work if you copy me. So then I teach you in this training right here, which is the day after, I teach you here how to completely niche down. So then you can take your actual niche and then use it here. Okay. So that's kind of where it goes. And I also teach that here about the flyers, etc. I also teach it here. So everything that I'm kind of teaching is kind of correlating together when it comes to like ChatGPT, flyers. Like I'm trying to teach you guys how to go viral. So that way, when you guys are posting, like let's go to my TikTok. This is not my actual TikTok. This is one of my old ones. Bing. Come here. What did I just do? Ew. Go away. I can never log into my actual TikTok on my Mac. I don't know why it hates me, but whatever. So this is like I make these little carousel things and they work on my page. I don't know why, but they do. A lot of people try to imitate it, but it doesn't work. You could try it. If it works for you, great. I'm happy. Get some bookings. But the reason I'm pulling you here is because this is what I do with the stories. Do you see how this works? Every time I produce a quote of some sort, I'm producing a story with it. And that's exactly what I do with these. Okay. So my entire page is basically ran faceless at this point by either carousels or these goofy looking flyers that everybody loves. So that's it. Okay. That's what I'm trying to teach you. And I try to, and those last three trainings, including this one, I'm teaching you guys how to do exactly this. So I think you guys all have the tea now, right? You guys have everything. I just want you to understand that I've been doing stuff like this with the flyers and all of that right here. I started doing this on December 19th. Okay. From December 19th to now, I started with 1,800 followers and now I'm up to 5,600. And when I started here, I only had 8,000, I think it was like 8,000 ish likes. So I have gained a lot from posting on the stories. And the stories are, honestly, the stories kind of go hand in hand. So a story is kind of like a way to warm your lead. So I'm constantly posting on my story because those people are already following you. This right here, like one thing about TikTok, okay, if you don't use TikTok, it's fine, but it's pretty easy to use TikTok, right? So this right here, these people here do not see this. These people have seen this once or twice, and that's how they landed here. So, this right here is maybe the people that are already following you, but like it doesn't guarantee that they're going to see you, right? So, the only way I can really guarantee that they see me is here. And that's what this does. So, this keeps it warm. So, whatever you're posting, whatever, like even this, even if this was me, okay? Like I would take this and then put it here. And then as soon as I post my next little mock booking thing that I have to do tonight, then you can see it. There it is. So I post my post here and then boom, post the story. These people follow me. This is who they're seeing it. That's why I do it. Okay. So that's just a breakdown of what I do. Uh, do you put it on your personal business, Facebook, or just business? Great question. So I actually put them on my Facebook. My actual, I don't have. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, I'm very transparent about me, myself, and I. Okay, so I switched over. I rebranded and switched to Ash Knows Travel, which is now like on everything. Happy birthday to our VP, right? Boop, go away messages. Happy birthday to Mr. Tony Evans, since he's on my Facebook right now. But I come in here and I post them on my stories. I don't think I have a story right now. I should have. Oh, here it is. I post them here in my stories. Uh, oh, no, I don't have any right now. Okay, fine. But this is where they go. I do the same thing. I do that on my personal Facebook. And then right now I have a business Facebook, but I'm not using it right now because TikTok is it's going so well for me that I can't focus on any other platform. Like one thing that you have to do in the years of being in business that have helped me the most is I don't push myself too far. So if a platform is working, I stick to that platform and I'm just going to leave it there. Am I still posting over there on Travel with Ash? Yeah, sure. It's posting, it's doing its thing, right? But I'm not focused on it. So I don't really like, I'm not going over there. Like, I have to totally revamp everything because I switched my niche. So I feel like I can't give you complete advice when I say where to post it. Okay. I want you to post like what works for me isn't going to work for you. We are totally two different people. We are totally two different niches, where there were totally just different settings and different audiences, right? So always when I do my trainings, my goal is for you to just take a part of it and implement it. So if you are doing really well on Facebook, stay on Facebook. If you're doing really well on Instagram, whatever your platform is, whatever I'm teaching here can go to all of these platforms, okay? You could do carousels on Instagram, you could do carousels on Facebook, you could do flyers, wherever you're at, okay? But what you're posting is, I know I'm not trying to go into a long story. But the reason I want to say this is because I just want you guys to get comfortable. Like how you guys see my success on these platforms is because I got comfortable with them and I kept trying things that even if it didn't work, I would change it. I'd try it again. So everything that I'm showing you is just because I've experienced it, right? Like one day I literally woke up and was like, yo, ChatGPT, make me a flyer. And it did. Like that was it, right? So that's just kind of like how I want you guys to do it, right? Like take this, fit it into your niche, and then use it what makes you comfortable. You might actually want to post it on your whole page. That's fine. You don't have to post it in your story, whatever works for you. All right. I have it done. TikTok, still trying to do everything else. So do whatever works for you, Rhonda, whatever platform you're comfortable with. Can you do a quick recap the info that must be or should be on every flyer? Absolutely. So I can post a mock booking on my business Facebook page. Yeah, of course. Wherever your people are, Sonia, that's where I want you to be. Okay. If you have a Facebook business page that's built up and it's working, then go there. Okay. Now, as somebody who's been here for 4 years, you're going to notice a lot of leaders use their personal pages because what happens is that we get tired. We get tired of going everywhere, right? So if you are somebody who wants to use your personal, I'm not against it. Wherever you're comfortable with, that's where I want you to go. All right. So what needs to go on every flyer? Um, Yes, Fatima, give me 1 second. So for the regular mock bookings, the ones with the actual resorts information on there, for me, I always have the resort. I try to make it look like the actual logo itself. Yeah, okay, I got you. So I always try to make sure that I kind of make this like look like itself. If you can't, it's okay, but that's how it works. Ocean View Escape, Vera Maya. So the location's good. I put the dates on there and then from per person. Now you see how I do this from, okay? I'd like to put this on all of my mock bookings in case the price changes. So if it changes, at least I said from, okay? And that, I mean, this could fluctuate. We know that. So for two adults, deluxe ocean view. So I put the room, the amount of people, the deposit, and then the final payment information. I like to do this because I like to show them that they can pay over time. So that's a big deal for me. And I also like to show that it's only $50 per person. That's 90% of our resorts, guys. As long as they're booked out far enough, they can do a deposit and then pay over time. So that's like the biggest thing that we could do as travel advisors. So I show that. Okay. I also always make sure I put what's included. But honestly, it takes all of this from the photo. So I always screenshot what's included. I screenshot the entire booking. If there's flights in there, I screenshot those. I tell it to include the flights. Like if I'm doing this in for a quote, I do it exactly like that. And we can go here and go deep into my flyers, the land of flyers. I make a lot of flyers because this is how I get most of my bookings these days. That's just I can produce a flyer within 15 minutes or less. So if I could produce these on a multiple level, it's gonna really help me. All right, so let's see if I get one with the. I don't think I have any of these without with flights included because I try not to do flights. Okay, you guys see this one? This is for my adults only. I can't open it any bigger, but there's they did that because it's Temptations. I think this is what this is. But this is a mock booking that I did. Not a mock booking, this is a quote I did. So it was $50 deposit due, Cancun. This is obviously Temptations. Yeah, 3 nights at Temptations. And then I did 2 rooms. No, not 2 rooms. I did 2 occupancy rates. They wanted me to quote it for one person going and then quote it for 2 people going. So you could do 2 rooms and one mock booking. Just like how we did 3 tours and one mock booking, you could do the exact same. So if I were to do this, what I would do is I would just screenshot it for one person, go back and do the same quote, screenshot it for 2 people, upload both photos, and then tell it to include both rooms. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys? Thanks for the tips. I do mock bookings from scratch and they take me 2 to 3 hours to do it. You are saving me time. See, that's exactly why I did this. Because I'm like, guys, so we gotta it's 2026. We gotta revamp how we work here, right? So suppliers for Japan, since you asked me, um, I honestly don't book very much Japan, but I would start with tours. Any kind of tour, radar, Exotica, um, I can't think of any other tours off the top of my head. What about this vendor? Hold on. This is one of my favorite vendors that I've found recently that does pretty cool stuff. Uh, um, does this do Japan? Nope. That's the problem. You're gonna have to search and see which places do where because some of them are gonna have them, some of them are not. But it does have multi-country, so I guess you could build it out. But this is just for Europe, I think. Yeah. You're gonna have to search and find exactly which ones. But as long as CIE, Windy Woo. There you go, Joanne. Yeah, see? Where you Joanne, where have you been? I've missed you. Windy Woo Vacation and Tours. Yep, that's one of our new ones from Agent Universe. Good idea. See? This is why we gotta have all these evolution people in here because they know where to go. I don't really book too much. Here she is. This lady right here. Wendy Wu, they do Japan tours. I would just come in here and I would tour radar is a good one. This is one of my new besties. If you guys do any Europe tours, use that one. That I love this. Listen, you go in here and you tell I literally got a vacation quote from a booking that I did, and they wanted to book another trip. And I just told them, I pasted it into there, and they built me a whole quote like in 2 days. It was so nice. But yeah, just go through the vendors and see who books Japan, and that's what I would start with. A lot of them, like Exotica, but like a lot of things for Japan are just going to be tours. Honestly, that's what we mostly do there. But Agent Universe is a good one too. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, guys. Well, that is pretty much what I have for tonight. If you guys want these flyers, then go ahead and let me know. Now I'm going to tell you one more trick and then you guys can leave, okay? Ready for this last trick? This is why you had to stay all the way to the end because now I'm going to tell you the sauce. You see this flyer right here? These flyers, if you upload them to your TikTok, etc., it automatically is going to generate that it's AI, okay? But hear me out. If you screenshot it, if I pull it back and I screenshot it on my phone before I upload it or on the computer, like if I were to screenshot this right now and upload it, it will not pull it as AI. Okay. If you save it directly from ChatGPT and upload it, it's going to pull it as AI and it's going to flag it. But if you screenshot it, it will not generate as AI and you could keep going. Okay. That's all the sauce I got. That was a good one. Better write that one down. ChatGPT screenshot. Okay. All right, guys. Yes, yes, yes. You're welcome. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let me stop recording now.